Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and thumbs up the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Those are the only two places I'm active. And get into all of these episodes that I got. Get into them. Have some flashbacks. Argue with me in the comments. I love to see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. So, Sabu. Everyone loves Sabu. ECW legend. If you was into that type of wrestling, I myself was not, but a lot of people seem to like extreme blood, guts and shit, eyeballs and legs popping and breaking in the ring, cause y'all fucking idiots. But y'all like that type of stuff anyway. So he made some homophobic and racist remarks in the past, including using a shocking word to describe Taz. This article was written 1 day ago. So why is it significant? Well, because everyone loves Sabu. And he had a retirement match, I know, just recently. And he just showed his old ass up weirdly on AEW on the May 24th episode, where Adam Cole announced that Sabu will accompany him during his unsanctioned match against Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing, which takes place tonight. And by the way, I'm just rooting for Jade Cargill to win because you motherfuckers are mad. And I don't pay for pay-per-views. This is not 1991, so there's that. Tell me how it went. Anyway, Cole talked about how his match was actually a 5-on-2 affair, and he made a phone call, and Sabu was brought in to even the odds. Although Sabu is a wrestling legend and fans in the arena were happy about his surprise debut, he also has his fair share of controversy. So, what we talking about? Sabu and Taz known each other for over 30 years, and I think everybody was talking about how Taz was talking about how, oh man, he's a killer on the commentary. And both wrestlers are ECW legends and had one of the best rivalries in history of ECW. They faced each other in 1993 and kept feuding with each other for the next few years. In 1995, Sabu was fired from ECW after he failed to show up for a three-way dance where he was supposed to participate in a three-way dance match for the ECW World Tag Team Championships. His partner for the night was Dean Malenko, Taz, and Chris Benoit. After Sabu's no-show, Rick Steiner substituted for him for that night. So, excuse me. Anyway, a few months later, Sabu returned to ECW and Taz started calling him out. ECW teased their rivalry for a few months before they two finally faced each other at Barely Legal, where Taz won. Later, Sabu won the FTW match championship, but Taz intentionally lost that match, and he later won the ECW World Championship Heavyweight title and unified it with the FTW Championship in another match against Sabu in Living Dangerously in 1999. Well, a few years ago, Sabu made headlines when he used the N-word against Taz on Twitter. When asked about it by Pro Wrestling Sheet, Sabu was quite unapologetic about it and said that everyone is a little bit racist. Grow up! Everyone's a little bit racist. Even your mother. I'm not a racist, but I don't care if a nigger that'll call me a drug addict thinks so. Oh, that's wonderful. It's always good. You know, people say they aren't racist, and they throw that word around because it's a strong word. It's so powerful and evil, and so much death and destruction is tied to that word. And you know, everybody's like, well, we took the word back and all this other bullshit. But it's not true, because we call it the N-word for a reason, because it's just that fucking bad. And he decided to call Taz the N-word because Taz called him a drug addict. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Sabu used the racial slur on Twitter. He also posted sexist remarks against Renee Paquette on the platform when she was promoted to Raw full-time commentator. She's the first non-fucking fag, but she's one of the many cocksuckers. Wow. Did Tony Khan not know that the lady he just hired, Renee Paquette, is married to Moxley? And now you got this motherfucker in the ring after he called her a non-fag and a cocksucker. That's real good. He later apologized to Renee, but ended up dropping a homophobic word, and this got him temporarily banned from the platform. Sabu then wrote, Sorry, Renee. I was just joking. I know you're not a fad, but bodyslam.net maybe. I don't know. Never heard of them. He was actually responding to an article by Ringside News that was about his racial slur against Taz and Renee. He even got canceled from a show, but still showed no regret for using the N-word. There's this like thing where disrespecting black people is just like cool, and then everybody be like, well, rappers use the N-word, and why can't I say it? It's like everyone wants to hold on to the N-word, and it's bizarre, and it's really crazy that someone will sit there with you as you a black person, and this person is arguing with you to call you the N-word. That is like the fucking Twilight Zone. Anyway, let's continue. While Tony Khan has said that Sabu's appearance in AEW is likely a one-off, I think it'll likely be a one-off appearance, that's what he said. Many fans are very upset with the company's hypocrisy. In the past, they've cut connections from wrestlers for their racist and homophobic comments, but apparently Sabu gets a pass for this most likely because he's a well-recognized name in the industry. Yeah, and that audience just doesn't fucking care. Sabu is considered one of the toughest men in wrestling and quite literally put his body on the line every time he stepped into the ring. While he may have been able to go toe-to-toe with anyone when it came to toughness, he was far from a technically sound wrestler. Sabu was known as a botch artist who often had trouble connecting on many of the moves that were in his repertoire. While most of Sabu's botches occurred during his time with the original ECW, he brought them with him during his time with his stints at WWE and TNA as well. If there was one man who deserves the crown for being the toughest competitor in the history of wrestling other than Sabu, that would be Mick Foley. The ECW fans, who likely do not know just how lucky they were, got to witness the two wrestlers go head-to-head countless times in a feud with one another throughout their time in the company. But guess what? Wrestling trumps the N-word, apparently. Get over it, everyone says. Get over it. Right. Black people got to get over all that trauma while never getting it addressed. Great. One of the more memorable moments in the bout occurred when Sabu attempted his triple jump moonsault finish off the top rope before tripping on a ladder that he tried to leap off of. So he's a botch artist and a complete fucking idiot, but guess what? We love to see it because he cuts his nose, he fucking bleeds, and this is what turns on the AEW crowd. And this is one of the reasons why you will never see me in the AEW audience, because that's just not my thing. I'm not interested in any of that. So with that being said, tell me what you think. Should Sabu apologize, or should we just get over it? Because it's not that big a deal. Oh, he can say the N-word. Rappers say the N-word. What's wrong with the blacks? The blacks always ruin things. Oh, boy. Yeah. That's basically what everyone says. It's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Hit me in the comments. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.